I wanted to bring up an important part of the case was on this arrest in Newport, Oregon. And again, it was the people in the state of Oregon versus DINE, aka Emerson Joe. And I had rescinded from the Social Security program and the administration and the IRS, and I thought I was out of the system, but they tried to make me go back into the system. That's they ran my fingerprints. They told me that my name was Emerson Joe and that I gave them false information, which was this card right here, which is recognized by the United Nations and validated through the embassy, and I got arrested with it. I was heading to Canada on a mission, sacred mission, on a journey. I was traveling on my own free will. I was not breaking any laws that I knew of. I was traveling in a pickup truck, and I was heading north in Newport, Oregon. And at Newport, Oregon, I pulled into a rest area. I was traveling with a hitchhiker as well, and this hitchhiker was driving at the time, and we were helping each other out heading up into to Canada. I wanted to talk about that coercion, that the separation of this coercion, what I was talking about your mom and dad not knowing about you, about them submitting an application for you while you had just barely taken a few breaths, and it's an SS5 form. It's given to you. You probably don't even see it anymore. They might just send it to you right away through the mail right now with a birth certificate, and you're going to get a Social Security card. And so that starts an account for you, and it gives them a federal jurisdiction over you, and it gives them state jurisdiction over you. And whatever state you are, it's against the law to make a contract with a minor. A minor means a child under 18 years old according to their laws. This is their own laws and their own constitution that they adopted from we the people, we the native people of original allodial title here from Turtle Island. And so we're getting exploited and ruled by our own constitution. It puts you in jail. And I wanted to tell you how you got in this Social Security system. It began when you were barely breathing, a few breaths. Your mom and dad unknowingly signed you into a contract and gave up your constitutional rights and signed you up a number into the Social Security Administration. The number is a slave surveillance number, and you use it as a tax identification number. You use it in your property, you use it in your bank accounts, you use it in your everything you do. And you're tricked into thinking it's a benefit to you. If you're a native national, if you're a Dene, if you're a people original from here, Turtle Island, as we know it, as all native nations know, Nahastan, we call ourselves the people in one distinct way or another. So as a people of this Mother Earth and this native nation here that they call United States of America right now, and we are not recognized as a sovereign people, but are recognized as a federally recognized tribe with our land in trust to the people that are ruling this scam, you know. And so, in order to get out of this, you have to realize that it started when you were barely born at birth, taking a few breaths of life, that there was an application made for you called an SS5 form. It was put in without your knowledge, without your complete knowledge. You're barely forming your mind, you're barely forming your thoughts, or you can't even speak yet, you're barely crying, you're barely still sucking on your mom's titty, you know what I mean? You're barely here, and this took place in your life, which is a federal offense in every 50 state there is. Okay, so the government that you trust and this number that you hang on to right now, maybe you have it in your pocket right now, is not your property. If you look at the back of the card, it says this property does not belong to you. It is property of the Social Security Administration. And so you were coerced and you need to get out of this right away. You need to sever it, and at least you could start to understand that you don't need to buy rights that are already your rights, like driving, like registration, like carrying a concealed weapon. Like, if you pay attention to what it says on the Declaration of Independence on the 13th Amendment, right? It says slavery has been abolished. Well, the Social Security number, I'm telling you, says that you have a slave surveillance number, and it looks like you are working for somebody when slavery has been abolished. And they made this contract with the baby, which is you. So you need to realize that the number doesn't belong to you. You have the number by coercion. So it's called quit Social Security, resignation of compelled trustee. They call you being a trustee. Citizen's a nice way of saying a slave of the United States. So yes, you are a slave. Don't matter what color you are, black, white, yellow, blue, green, yellow. Don't matter what shape, size you are, you have a number. And if you're a native people, indigenous of this land, then you have a Social Security number. You're not sovereign. You're a sovereign citizen without your full rights. You're held back because of the Social Security number. And they have federal jurisdiction over you and state jurisdiction over you. That's how my case begins. I have a card that says passport, driver license with the code number on there, recognized by the United Nations. And I recently had a case that took place on or about April 19th of 2012 in Newport, Oregon. County, Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln County, Newport, Oregon. Right. Today I happen to be in Benjamin Franklin County, Akwesasne, near Hogansburg, New York.